If you're a man over 60, this video could genuinely change your life and help you avoid unnecessary pain and discomfort down the road. Today we're going to talk about something that, well, most everyone does, but few are comfortable discussing openly, and that's taking care of your intimate needs after 60. I know this topic might feel a bit, well, awkward, right? But the reality is, many gentlemen in this age group continue this perfectly normal practice as part of their routine. The real question is this actually beneficial for your health after 50 or 60? This is a subject that's been surrounded by confusion, outdated beliefs, and frankly, a lack of clear, reliable information. It's one of the most common concerns among mature men, yet it's rarely discussed openly. Research shows that the majority of men over 60 continue this practice, but many are doing so without really understanding the implications. They are unsure about the real effects on their hormones, prostate health, or even their intimate performance with their partners. And here's something fascinating. Scientific studies have actually identified 15 remarkable benefits that this practice can provide, especially for gentlemen over 60. These benefits could genuinely make your life significantly healthier and more enjoyable. Let me put your mind at ease. The information I'm sharing has been thoroughly researched from international medical literature and studies from leading hospitals, ensuring the highest level of accuracy possible. So let's dive right in, shall we? Benefit number 1, reduced prostate cancer risk. Let's start with the most important benefit that many gentlemen may not be aware of. A major study from Harvard University, which followed over 32,000 men for 18 years, produced some truly remarkable results. Men who ejaculated regularly, specifically 21 times per month, had a 20% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those who only did so 4 to 7 times monthly. What's fascinating is how this benefit actually works. When you ejaculate, your body essentially cleans house in the prostate gland, flushing out harmful toxins, dead cells, and bacteria that can accumulate over time. Think of it like changing the oil in your car. Without regular oil changes, the engine breaks down. This is especially crucial after 60, when our immune function naturally declines, making this internal housekeeping more important than ever. Carcinogens, those cancer-causing substances, get flushed out instead of sitting there and potentially damaging healthy cells. Benefit number 2, balanced testosterone levels. Testosterone is the most crucial hormone for men, but starting around age 30, our natural testosterone levels begin dropping by about 1 to 2% each year. By age 60, some gentlemen may have lost 30 to 40% of their testosterone compared to their younger years. This is exactly why many men start feeling fatigued, lose their drive, have trouble concentrating, and become more irritable. However, regular sexual activity, including self-pleasure, can naturally stimulate your body's testosterone production. When you experience sexual arousal, your brain sends signals to your testicles to ramp up hormone production. Maintaining this activity regularly helps keep your body's testosterone factory running efficiently. The specific benefits include maintaining muscle mass, which is crucial for preventing bone loss and falls as we age, protecting bone density and reducing fracture risk, sustaining energy and enthusiasm for life, improving memory and concentration, and helping stabilize mood, reducing irritability and depression. Benefit number 3, strengthened immune system. Our immune system is like an army that protects our body from viruses, bacteria, and cancer cells. But as we age, this army gradually weakens, which is why older adults are more susceptible to colds, flu, and infections. A study at Wilkes University in Pennsylvania followed nearly 200 men and discovered that those who had sexual activity 1 to 2 times per week had 30% higher levels of IgA antibodies compared to the group without regular sexual activity. What is IgA? It's the first line of defense for your immune system, present in your saliva, nasal secretions, and other bodily fluids to prevent bacteria from invading. But here's what's interesting. The study also showed that too much isn't necessarily better. Men who had sexual activity more than 3 times per week actually had weaker immune systems, possibly due to oxidative stress. So moderation, around 2 to 3 times per week, appears to be optimal. Especially during flu season or disease outbreaks, maintaining this activity can help your body better fight off harmful pathogens. Benefit number 4. Improved sleep quality. Insomnia is a common problem after 60, affecting 40 to 50% of men in this age group. The causes can include anxiety, body aches, or hormonal changes. But there's a natural sleeping pill that your body can produce on its own. When you reach climax, your brain releases an incredibly powerful hormone cocktail that helps you relax and sleep soundly. First is prolactin. This hormone has a natural sleep-inducing effect, with prolactin levels increasing 4 times above normal after climax. Next is oxytocin, known as the love hormone, which not only creates feelings of bonding, but also dramatically reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that causes insomnia. Finally, there are endorphins, which provide pain relief and create feelings of happiness, helping your body completely relax. Combined together, you'll experience deeper, more natural sleep without depending on sleeping pills. Many gentlemen share that they sleep best after sexual activity, and this is completely backed by science. Benefit number 5. Heart protection. Cardiovascular health is a top concern for middle-aged and older men. Heart disease is the number 1 cause of death for men over 65. But few people realize that sexual activity is actually an excellent, safe, and effective cardiovascular workout. During sexual arousal, your heart rate increases from 70 to 80 bpm to 120 to 150 bpm, equivalent to brisk walking or climbing stairs. This helps boost blood circulation. Your heart works harder, but not excessively. Blood pressure rises slightly during activity, but then drops below baseline levels and stays there for several hours. A remarkable 20-year study in Wales followed over 2,000 men aged 45 to 65 and showed stunning results. Men with active sex lives, at least twice per week, had a 50% lower risk of stroke and 30% reduced risk of heart attack compared to those who rarely had sexual activity. This activity also helps increase HDL, good cholesterol, while reducing LDL, bad cholesterol. Additionally, regularly exercising your cardiovascular system this way improves blood vessel elasticity and reduces the risk of atherosclerosis, the main cause of strokes and heart attacks. Benefit number 6. Reduce stress and anxiety. Age 60 plus is often a time of facing major life changes, retirement, declining health, adult children moving away, and possibly losing loved ones. These changes create enormous psychological pressure, causing many gentlemen to fall into states of anxiety and depression without knowing how to cope. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mental state, it causes serious physical harm, high blood pressure, weakened immunity, digestive disorders, and increased risk of chronic diseases. Cortisol, the stress hormone, when maintained at high levels long-term, literally eats away at your body from the inside. Sexual self-pleasure is a natural and effective way to reduce stress. Research shows cortisol levels drop by up to 50% after climax and remain low for the next 2 to 3 hours. Simultaneously, your brain releases serotonin and dopamine, the 2 happiness hormones, which improve mood and create feelings of positivity and optimism. Many psychology experts recommend that instead of using antidepressants or anxiety medications that can cause side effects, maintaining healthy sexual activity is a natural, safe, and cost-free therapy. The relaxation and satisfaction after this activity helps you view life more positively and reduces unnecessary worries. Benefit number 7. Maintaining erectile function. Erectile dysfunction affects 40% of men at age 40 and this number jumps to 70% by age 70. This isn't just a physical issue, it seriously impacts self-confidence, family happiness, and overall quality of life. The principle of use it or lose it applies perfectly to male sexual function. The penis is like any other organ in your body. If it's not regularly exercised, it will gradually lose its function. Specifically, the spongy tissues inside the penis need regular blood circulation to maintain elasticity and expansion capability. When you have regular sexual activity, blood gets pumped vigorously into the penile chambers, nourishing the cells and maintaining tissue structure. This is especially important because with age, natural blood flow decreases as blood vessels can become narrowed or hardened. Additionally, regular sexual activity helps maintain natural erectile reflexes, including nocturnal erections, an important phenomenon for maintaining the sexual organ during sleep. Healthy men typically have 3 to 5 erections each night without even realizing it. When you maintain regular self-pleasure activity, you're also training for intimacy with your partner, keeping both your body and mind in a state of readiness. This creates a positive cycle. The more active you are, the better your function becomes, the more confident you feel, and the more harmonious your intimate life with your partner becomes. Benefit number 8: enhanced memory and cognitive function. Cognitive decline is a major concern for many as they enter their senior years, with symptoms like forgetting names, misplacing items, difficulty concentrating, or learning new things. However, recent research shows that sexual activity can be an incredibly effective brain workout. Oxford University conducted a study with over 6,000 elderly people and discovered that those who maintained active sex lives scored significantly higher on tests of memory, language, and mathematical ability. What's interesting is that this effect was independent of age, health status, or education level. The mechanism is both complex and fascinating. During sexual arousal, multiple brain regions are activated simultaneously, especially the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. This process is like exercising your brain, creating new neural connections and strengthening existing ones. Sexual activity also stimulates the production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that acts like fertilizer for the brain. BDNF helps nourish existing nerve cells and promotes the development of new ones. This is particularly important in older age when the brain naturally loses nerve cells. Research also shows that people with active sex lives have a 40 to 50% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease and dementia. The reason is that sexual activity helps reduce inflammation in the brain, a key factor that causes neurodegenerative diseases. Benefit number 9: chronic pain relief. Chronic pain is a common issue in older age, from joint pain due to arthritis, back pain from spinal degeneration, to tension headaches, or pain from other conditions. Many gentlemen must live with daily pain, which seriously affects their quality of life and mood. Conventional pain medications have many side effects, especially for older adults. Ibuprofen can cause stomach ulcers, acetaminophen affects the liver with long-term use, and stronger painkillers like morphine can be addictive and cause nausea. But our bodies have an incredibly powerful natural pain relief factory. When you reach climax, your brain releases endorphins, substances with a chemical structure similar to morphine, but 5 times stronger and completely natural, with no side effects. Endorphins don't just relieve pain, they also create feelings of euphoria and happiness. The pain-relieving effect can last 1 to 2 hours after activity, enough time for you to relax, sleep well, or engage in other activities that were previously hindered by pain. Many studies show that sexual activity is particularly effective for migraine headaches, the severe type of headache that affects many older adults. Rather than avoiding sexual activity when you have a headache, as many people think they should, this activity can actually be a wonderful natural therapy for pain relief. Benefit number 10: increased longevity and quality of life. Let's talk about the most comprehensive and important benefit: increased longevity and quality of life. This isn't a standalone benefit, but rather the result of all 9 previous benefits combining to create a comprehensive positive impact on health. A landmark study at Queen's University Belfast, which followed over 2,000 men for 20 years, reached a stunning conclusion. Men who maintained active sex lives had an average lifespan 8 to 10 years longer than those without regular sexual activity. The mechanism is quite logical. When you reduce stress, your cardiovascular system works better, reducing the risk of stroke and heart attack. When you sleep well, your immune system is strengthened and your body fights disease better. When hormones are balanced, muscles and bones stay healthy, reducing the risk of falls and fractures, a leading cause of death in the elderly. Equally important is the psychological factor. Men with active sex lives tend to be more optimistic, less prone to depression, and maintain better relationships with family and friends. They feel they are still masculine and valuable, which creates a strong motivation to live. Quality of life is also significantly improved: less pain, better sleep, positive mood, good memory, and most importantly, a sense of happiness with yourself. This is the secret to not just living longer, but living healthily and meaningfully in your golden years. Benefit number 11. Reduced risk of type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is becoming the silent epidemic of the 21st century, particularly severe among men over 60. According to medical statistics, nearly 30% of men in this age group have diabetes or prediabetes, an alarming number. The main causes are sedentary lifestyle, unhealthy diet, and age-related insulin resistance. When the body can't use insulin effectively, blood sugar rises and causes serious damage to the cardiovascular system, kidneys, eyes, and nervous system. But few people know that self-pleasure activity can be an effective exercise to prevent diabetes. During 15 to 30 minutes of activity, the body can burn 150 to 300 calories, equivalent to brisk walking for 20 minutes. More importantly, this process stimulates muscle activity, helping to increase insulin sensitivity. When muscles contract during arousal, they consume glucose from the blood to create energy, just like during exercise. This helps naturally lower blood sugar and improves the body's ability to process glucose. Research shows that people who maintain regular sexual activity have a 25 to 30% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Particularly noteworthy, this activity doesn't put stress on joints like other exercises, making it very suitable for older men with bone and joint issues. This can be considered a form of gentle cardio that anyone can perform. Benefit number 12. Strengthened pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is an important, but often overlooked muscle group located at the bottom of the pelvic frame, responsible for supporting internal organs like the bladder, bowel, and prostate. With age, these muscles gradually weaken, leading to many serious problems that many gentlemen are embarrassed to discuss. Weak pelvic floor in men over 60 can cause loss of bladder control, especially when coughing, sneezing, or laughing, urine leakage after urination, frequent nighttime urination affecting sleep, erectile dysfunction due to poor blood flow, chronic lower back pain, and in severe cases, organ prolapse, when internal organs drop down. Self-pleasure activity is essentially an extremely effective, natural Kegel exercise. During climax, the pelvic floor muscles contract powerfully and rhythmically, similar to performing specialized Kegel exercises. The difference is that this is a natural process requiring no conscious control, making it much more effective than conscious training. Each time you reach climax, the pelvic floor muscles contract about 5 to 10 times with high intensity, helping to strengthen the power, endurance, and coordination of this entire muscle group. Many physical therapy experts recommend that maintaining regular sexual activity is the best way to protect pelvic floor function in older age. Results can be seen after the 4th of June weeks: better bladder control, reduced urine leakage, improved erectile function due to increased blood flow, reduced back pain from improved posture, and enhanced confidence in daily activities. Benefit number 13. Improved self-confidence and self-image. Self-pleasure activity provides not only physical pleasure, but also profound positive psychological effects. It helps men realize that their bodies are still capable of experiencing pleasure, still have vitality and desire. This is crucial for maintaining a sense of being still young and still masculine. Psychological research shows that men with active sex lives, whether with partners or through self-pleasure, have significantly higher self-evaluation scores. They feel they are still attractive and still capable of bringing happiness to themselves and others. When confidence is restored, these gentlemen become more active in social relationships, dare to challenge themselves with new things, and most importantly, have a more positive attitude toward life. This creates a positive cycle. The more confident they become, the more active they are, the better their health gets, and the more confident they become. Benefit number 14. Neuroprotective effects. Neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia are rapidly increasing, especially among older men. According to statistics, 1 in 6 men over 80 will develop some form of neurodegenerative disease. These are conditions that currently have no complete cure, making prevention extremely important. The main causes of neurodegeneration are oxidative stress and chronic inflammation in the brain. When we're stressed, angry, or anxious for extended periods, the body produces too much cortisol and inflammatory substances, gradually eating away at nerve cells. Self-pleasure activity provides neuroprotection through the release of prolactin, a hormone with powerful anti-inflammatory and brain protective properties. Prolactin not only helps with relaxation, but also stimulates the production of myelin, the protective sheath around nerve fibers that helps neural signals transmit faster and more accurately. Recent neuroscience research shows that prolactin can stimulate neurogenesis, the formation of new nerve cells, something science previously thought impossible in adults. This means sexual activity not only protects existing nerve cells, but may also help the brain regenerate itself. Particularly noteworthy, prolactin also works against beta-amyloid protein, the toxic substance that accumulates in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. Maintaining stable prolactin levels through sexual activity could be a natural and effective prevention strategy. Benefit number 15. Immune system optimization. Research from the University of Pennsylvania found that men who engaged in sexual activity 2 to 3 times per week had levels of immunoglobulin A, IgA, the immune system's most important antibody, that were 30% higher than those who were less active. Interestingly, the optimal level appears to be around 2 to 3 times per week. Less than that isn't as effective, while more can actually cause oxidative stress. The result is a more balanced immune system, strong enough to fight bacteria and viruses, but not so aggressive that it causes unnecessary inflammatory reactions. This is the key to maintaining optimal health as we age. So there you have it. We've explored together 15 scientifically proven benefits of self-care activities for men over 60. From preventing prostate cancer to protecting the brain from degeneration, from boosting the immune system to improving sleep quality, everything shows us that sexual health is an inseparable part of overall health. Important final notes. Reasonable frequency, 2 to 3 times per week is optimal. Always pay attention to hygiene and safety. Always wash your hands before and after. Listen to your body and stop if you notice any unusual signs. Combine with other healthy lifestyle choices, balanced eating, exercise, adequate sleep. Most importantly, remember that this is a completely natural and healthy activity. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Don't let outdated attitudes prevent you from taking care of your own health. When to see a doctor: if you experience pain during activity, if you notice blood in semen, if you experience a sudden decrease in desire, if you have ongoing erectile dysfunction issues. Masturbation at age 60 and beyond isn't something to be ashamed of. It's completely beneficial for your health when done with moderation, respect for your body, and proper understanding. It can be a wonderful companion for your health and vitality. I hope this conversation has been helpful to you. What did you find most surprising today? Please leave a comment below and let's continue the discussion. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more trustworthy content about men's health. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming topics. And remember, always consult with a medical specialist about any health concerns you may have. Wishing you health and happiness. See you in the next video.